A mystery that cannot be explained. An enigma that defies reason. A surprising and unexpected answer. To encounter such a mystery firsthand may change your life forever. Face to face with the greatest riddles of the ages, the world's most profound mysteries reach out and touch your life in ways you never imagined possible. Extreme Mysteries.
On September 19, 1992, two German hikers were making their way along the edge of a glacier near the border between Austria and Italy. As they approached a snowy embankment, they saw something strange sticking up out of the snow, a human corpse. Fearing foul play, the hikers reported their disturbing find to the authorities. Little did they know that what they discovered in the ice was not a recent victim of violent crime, but the body of a Stone Age man who, 5,000 years after his death, would make history. Who was this ancient Iceman, and what can we learn from him? How has the discovery of his body affected the search for answers to the age-old question, how old are humans? Do the artifacts found with the Iceman threaten the accepted timeline of human history? What astonishing secret have the teeth and bones of this Stone Age corpse revealed? Could it be that the Iceman might help us solve the mystery of the origin of man? How far back in time must we go to find the beginnings of the human race? Is the Iceman one of the earliest humans? Or were our ancestors alive for millions of years before he lived? A new form of DNA evidence has come to light that allows scientists to track the human lineage back to one common ancestor. Was this person the biblical Eve? If so, when did she live? At the time of the dinosaurs? Or perhaps only a few thousand years ago? Astonishing mysteries are beginning to be solved and a new picture is coming to light. Will these discoveries necessitate a rewriting of human history with the addition of some shocking new chapters? We'll find out when we return. The story of the Iceman is as much a story of what scientists think they know about the human race as it is about the Iceman himself. Nicknamed Otzi after the area of the Alps in which he was found, experts in glaciology were certain that the Iceman's corpse was probably no more than 500 years old. After all, how could a human body be perfectly preserved in a block of ice for so long without being destroyed by the immense pressures of the glacier? It seemed impossible. But radiocarbon dating was about to prove the scientists wrong.
It's not too unusual for dead people to melt out of glaciers in the Alps. In the summer of 1991, the Austrians had already recovered 8 dead corpses. And so in September, when the Iceman melted out of the glacier, nobody was too concerned. And 5 precious days were wasted before somebody noticed that his tools and his equipment was rather unusual. And so finally, scientists from the University of Innsbruck in Austria came by and looked and packed him in ice, airlifted him back to their laboratory for study. And they took samples of bone and skin to do radiocarbon dating. And to their amazement, they found out that he was a whopping 5,200 to 5,300 years of age.
Scientists were thrilled with what appeared to be a miraculous find. Otzi was by far the best preserved example of a Stone Age man ever found. But the Iceman was only just beginning to reveal his secrets.
Otzi had a number of interesting artifacts: his clothing, his equipment, his hunting gear, far more sophisticated than anybody dreamed of for a man 5,300 years of age. He was found at 10,500 feet, and his clothing was well prepared to keep him warm at that altitude in the Alps. He had a fur and leather cap, jacket, and trousers, and then he had leather leggings and shoes, and in the shoes was stuffed grass for further insulation. Otzi had with him a very sophisticated axe. At first, It was thought to be a bronze, and so they dated it about 4,000 years ago. Later, it turned out to be almost pure copper. And samples of Ötzi's hair revealed elevated levels of copper and arsenic, which is typical of people who smelt copper under primitive conditions. And so it's possible that Ötzi actually smelted the copper himself and fabricated the axe. Until Ötzi's body had been discovered, scientists didn't believe that humans had reached that level of sophistication until about 4,000 years ago. I think it reveals how wrong the concept of cultural evolution is. They missed the age of his body and his axe by 1,500 years. They were incredibly surprised by the sophistication of his equipment. They were also surprised by the fact that he carried some fungi that indicated that he knew about the antibacterial ability of plants.
Ötzi's clothing and tools weren't the only articles that surprised scientists. Strange markings on the Iceman's body led researchers down another path of discovery, to yet another contradiction in the accepted timeline of human events.
Ötzi's body had a number of interesting tattoos. Interesting because up until this point, it was widely believed that the art of tattooing didn't even exist until about 4,000 years ago, and that was in ancient Egypt. What's more, the researchers who have studied Ötzi's tattoos point out that they are located on or near typical acupuncture points, points for treating back and leg pain. Some feel that this is significant because x-rays of Ötzi's corpse show that he suffered from osteoarthritis, a condition that may have responded to acupuncture. The problem is that acupuncture was thought to have originated in China approximately 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. Because of Ötzi, some scientists have changed their thinking. They now believe that acupuncture was practiced some 5,000 years ago in a place far removed from China.
The discovery of Ötzi the Iceman has led to many startling revelations about ancient humans, most of which scientists have been excited to explore. But the greatest mystery has also proven to be the most controversial. How old was Ötzi when he died? Does the evidence point to him being middle-aged, a young man, or both? Strange physiological clues have turned up during the examination of Ötzi's corpse. Clues that might lead scientists toward a conclusion about the history of man that they would prefer not to reach. But what could possibly be so alarming?
Prehistorians are always interested in knowing how old the person was at the time of death. And so they've done a number of different tests on Ötzi to find out his age when he died. But different tests have given a wide range of conflicting results. A number of CAT scans and x-rays were performed on Ötzi's frozen body, and they discovered that his carotid artery was partially closed. He suffered from arteriosclerosis to a degree, and the estimate was that he could be as old as 60 to 70. The chemical analysis in the bones of his skeleton indicated possibly late 40s, but his teeth, the degree of wear indicated that it could be between 35 and 40, because ancient people often have a higher degree of wear in their teeth than we do because they eat such coarse food.